When you think of construction, what comes to mind? Probably digging foundations, raising walls, right? But what if the next great construction revolution has nothing to do with our planet at all? What if it's all happening out in space?
I mean, listen to that. Build a mine without digging? It sounds like a total contradiction. A mine, by its very definition, is something you dig out of the ground. So how could you possibly build one? This single question just flips our entire idea of construction on its head.
But there is one company that believes it's figured out the answer. And that answer? Well, it's not in some new machine, it's in the fundamental physics of the cosmos itself, just waiting for us to harness it.
Okay, let's get into it. Section 1, the audacious premise. This is a radical new approach that throws all the old rules out the window. So, the company with this incredible vision is Dome Properties Corporation. Their entire philosophy is so simple, but it's totally transformative. They're pioneering structures that are created, not excavated.
This chart really lays it all out. On one hand, you have traditional mining. It's destructive by nature, it's completely stuck here on Earth, and it's all about excavation. But this new model, it's creative. It's space-based. It's a fundamental shift away from just digging stuff up and a move toward pure creation.
All right, Section 2, nature's cosmic blueprint. An idea this wild has to come from somewhere, right? Well, it turns out the inspiration comes from the universe itself.
Just think about it for a second. How do planets and asteroids actually form? There are no cosmic bulldozers out there. They're shaped by these massive, fundamental forces: gravity, magnetism, and the movement of fluids. It's the perfect example of the core idea here. Nature builds the biggest structures imaginable, and it never has to dig a single hole.
And that right there is the big what if. What if we could take those exact same forces and replicate them with our own technology? What if we could finally get our hands on the universe's own personal construction kit? So that brings us to Section 3, how to sculpt an asteroid. Let's dig into how this kind of celestial engineering would actually work.
The central idea is just so cool. It's all about harnessing those cosmic forces to literally sculpt space rocks, like asteroids, into custom-designed buildings. And here's how it would go down, basically in 4 steps. First, you pick out the perfect asteroid to be your raw material. Second, use these incredibly powerful but precise gravitational and magnetic fields to shape its exterior. Third, to create the rooms and tunnels inside, you'd use things like targeted fluid jets or electromagnetic fields to carve everything out. And finally, when it's all done, you transport the finished building to wherever it needs to go. So what's the end result? You get custom-built mines, you get habitable spaces, all made to order. And the crucial part is, they're created without damaging a single natural landscape back here on Earth. This is construction with a zero terrestrial footprint.
On to Section 4, the age of geoengineering. Because this isn't just some new building method we're talking about. This could literally be the start of a whole new industrial revolution.
And there's a name for this brand new field that Dune Properties would be pioneering: space geoengineering. It's the science of actively shaping celestial bodies to create the large-scale structures we need directly in space.
And once you master this basic idea, the long-term possibilities just explode. We're not just talking about buildings anymore. This could lead to things like engineering tectonic plates, controlling a planet's magnetic core, maybe even harnessing lava flows. The ultimate vision here, creating entire floating mountains out in space. It's just incredible to think about.
In a future like that, Dune Properties would be right there at the forefront of a brand new industry, shaping not just asteroids, but the whole future of human expansion into the cosmos. And that brings us to our final section, the next frontier. So what does this all really lead to? Well, it's about pioneering the very idea of space real estate.
And this is the key takeaway. What Dune Properties is proposing isn't just a clever new way to build something, it's the literal birth of an entire industry for space real estate. We're talking about a shift from simply exploring space to actively developing it.
The source material we're looking at puts it perfectly. What comes next could change everything we know about construction.
And that leaves us with one final, fascinating question to think about. If you can really learn to build a mountain in space, if you can sculpt an asteroid into a home, what is next? What are the limits? It really feels like the only limit is our own imagination.